being single-issue activists or single-issue voters. But I ask, what single issue could be of greater significance? What single issue could say more about a society's values than the degree of respect shown for human life at its most vulnerable, human life still unborn? Many of the most compelling arguments against abortion are as old as our civilization. Indeed, I would submit that a reverence for all human life is one of the distinguishing marks of true civilization. In our own time, medical science has added to our knowledge of the processes of life that take place before birth, deepening our understanding of what abortion means to the mother and the unborn child. We know in particular that when an abortion is performed, the unborn child often feels pain. You might be interested to learn that when I first mentioned this in a 1983 speech, there was an outcry, enraged criticism, and angry denials. But criticism wasn't the only response. It so happens that I also received a letter signed by 24 medical doctors, including eminent physicians like the former chief of pediatrics at the St. Louis City Hospital and the president of the New York State Medical Society. The letter stated that in recent years, medical techniques have, quote, demonstrated the remarkable responsiveness of the human fetus to pain, touch, and sound. And the letter concluded, quote, Mr. President, in drawing attention to the capability of the human fetus to feel pain, you stand on firmly established ground. But in recent years, medical science has taught us so much more about the individuality and responsiveness of the fetus, even at the very early stages of development. My friends, isn't it about time the law of the land recognized the medical evidence of 1987? If there's even a question about when human life begins, isn't it our duty to err on the side of life? The law of the land, that's a phrase with special resonance for Americans. After all, ours is not a nation founded upon centuries of shared history like the nations of Europe or Asia. No, ours is a nation founded upon a shared and basic law, the Constitution. And because it is the Constitution that must reflect our most fundamental values, freedom, equality before the law, and yes, the dignity of human life. Because of this, the duty of everyone here today is clear. We must not rest, and I pledge to you that I will not rest, until a human life amendment becomes a part of our Constitution.